Hello, welcome to Wanga Peslam. Today, my guest, my colleague Darshan. Hello, Darshan.
Hello,
Pretty good.
hello
So,
everyone.
we were like working together till last week. We've been working together for almost like 1.5 years, and I never knew that you were a cricket fan, right? So I was shocked to see your LinkedIn post about an LLM. So I thought we can have this chat and discuss about this. So tell me about your cricketing background or your exposure to cricket growing up.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of cricketing background, I have none. I don't play cricket professionally. I have not played cricket in a long time now.
Okay,
But at the same time, I would say it's my favorite sport to watch.
awesome.
I've
So,
been very passionate since I
mhm.
was a kid.
Okay,
I think so. I lived in Bangalore for
okay,
8 years,
okay.
so that's really where I really got into cricket. Everyone around me was very passionate, like, and they played as well.
Okay.
My cousin was he went really far. He played for the state team in the age group cricket.
Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, and another friend of mine who actually I played with, like we used to play in the basketball courts and things like that. And he actually got drafted to Sunrisers Hyderabad
Oh, really?
last year. Yeah, so a lot of people around me took it very seriously, and I used to just play with them, and I was just happy to be a part of it.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, I think I love watching cricket. I like to get into it, talk to people in depth. So I'm so happy to hear that you're also like that
oh,
about
I'm a
cricket.
huge cricket fan. I'm a huge cricket fan. Been following since, I mean, I know it's going to sound old, but since the 1980s, long back when India won the World Cup in 83.
83,
So
yes. Okay.
from that one. So, yeah, I watched that game live actually, believe it or not. So that the 83
Really?
World Cup, yeah, I watched that live, and then we saw India won the again. They won the challenge, the World Championship of Cricket in '85. So, but I'm more into Test cricket though, more than
Yeah.
one day and T20. I'm very old school, so I like to
Yeah.
watch those 5 day games. Yeah, T20 and one day cricket right now, I think especially T20 is becoming like more like batsman friendly now. People are chasing
Yeah.
every score. So I don't know if you follow the Major League Cricket, but it's happening in Dallas.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
heard I think
yeah.
Faf Duplessis
Yeah,
scored
yeah, yeah.
a hundred, right?
So
Yeah.
they played, I think, like for 4 or 5 games. Every
Hmm.
team batting second scored runs. 220,
Okay.
210, 250, it didn't matter.
Oh, they've
Every
been
yeah,
chasing.
yeah.
Okay.
They've been
I
chasing and
see.
they all won with an over to spare almost.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the flat pitches and everything. So that's there. So RCB fans, obviously, who's your favorite cricketer? I think everybody in the world knows the answer. So
Yeah. Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli. So what is
Yeah.
great about Virat Kohli according to you? What is so great
Yeah.
about
I
him?
mean, yeah, that can be a whole episode in itself. I can talk
Okay.
about that a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think,
Let's go for it.
yeah,
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, tell me about why Virat this like is the greatest player.
yeah, I think the thing that impresses me the most about Virat, especially right now, is he's reinvented himself many times across his career. And I think that's like the hardest thing to do, right? Like I think at any point of time, there's always an argument that someone could be better than him, someone's playing the same way as him. But the constant has been that he has been part of that conversation for so many years, which is not normal. People say, oh, these guys are better. Like, of course, there's a lot of T20 stars now. If we talk strictly about T20, there's a lot of fast players like Abhishek Sharma, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Every team has those openers that just go wham from ball one. But like someone like Kohli, who's coming from a generation that didn't do that, he's been able to keep up. And I would say he's not just doing enough, at least the last 2 seasons, he's actually caught up with the
Yeah,
rate
yeah,
of
he has caught
scoring.
up. He has caught
Um,
up. Yeah.
yeah, so which is I think I mean everything is done. I don't even have to talk about it, the hundreds, the fifties, but I think now especially what impresses me the most is how he's managed to stay relevant, change his game and keep up with the modern requirements.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Sachin fan from my
Yeah.
generation, like god of cricket. So we
Yeah.
wouldn't even
I
like
mean, he
talk
is the
about yeah,
greatest.
yeah. We wouldn't even
I'm
like
not
talk about anybody
delusional.
else. So Sachin
Yeah.
is about. So, but
Yeah.
the biggest compliment I can give to Virat Kohli is he did not make us miss Sachin after he retired. He just
Yeah.
came into the number 4 slot and just continued.
Yeah.
We
Filled that
never
void.
ever
Yeah.
once said, "Man, wish Sachin was here" or anything. We
Yeah.
missed a lot of other players. We missed like Zahir Khan, we missed Anil Kumble
Hmm.
and all those players, but he never missed Sachin because Virat
Yeah.
just come and took it. That's a huge thing for him, a huge
Yeah.
burden, but he just took it right there. The only thing I would say, I wouldn't say negative. The last 2 years of his career, people are just like getting him out the same way, outside the off
The
stump.
outside off, yeah,
See,
stuff.
every dismissal, either by wicketkeeper or at first slip, second, the same thing.
Yep.
He didn't try to fix that one. That's something that all because he had the talent, he had the
Yeah.
everything he had at disposal. Something I don't know why though. Maybe his ego or the age caught up or whatever. I don't know. But that was one thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has given us some amazing moments and all those things. And you won't believe when he scored his first century in England. I was at work
Hmm.
actually. I know, and it's recording, but I left the company. It's fine. So
Okay.
I was watching it live actually at the time. And
Okay.
when he scored the century, I was so excited. I started clapping at work. You won't believe it.
Yeah.
And
Was
then
that the 2018
yeah,
series?
2018.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I saw that 2014 where he
Yeah, that was
really
terrible.
struggled,
Yeah.
right? So when he
Yeah.
came back, completely improved, changed his game completely, went and scored the very first innings he played, he scored a century. I was standing and
Yeah.
clapping at work, and everybody was like, "What happened? What happened?" And then I was like, "No, no, no, I just solved the problem right now. I'm so excited about the problem." This is like back in the like before COVID, so everybody was there at work. So,
Yeah.
so that's so exciting. That was so. Yeah, Virat Kohli. I think he's still going to play for another 3 years. I think maybe at least for another 3 years. Just a
Yeah. I
T20s
think
too.
ODIs and IPL, we'll see him there for sure
Yeah, yeah,
for another 2, 3 years.
yeah. I think
Um,
he has achieved everything that he needs to
yeah.
achieve, and one of the biggest thing is all his the contemporaries like they all like praise him. Jimmy Anderson, all the bowlers they all respect him, and also he's the best they have played with, which is great. Which is great. So,
Yeah.
uh, so let's talk about this though. So, I just saw a LinkedIn post about this the LLM. So, can you just like
Mhm.
talk a bit about it? So, what is that? How it like came about and all those things?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a fairly recent idea, but I can start from where I was inspired to make something like this.
Okay.
In terms of development, it's me and another friend. We developed this together. His name is Aditya Sundar.
Mm.
But the why I got this idea is I mean everyone knows that cricket's becoming very data driven, very data
Yes.
driven.
Yes. Analytics and
Um,
everything. Yeah. Mm.
Analytics, especially I think the last few years, it you can go back to like 2019 around then. The English Cricket Board, England has always they've been perennial underachievers. They've not they've had decent teams, but they always fall short. They never won a Cricket World Cup. But I read this story about them, getting a bunch of analysts in the cricket board, having a director of cricket, approaching the game in a very data-driven way, right? That's how you got Basball. That's how you got, and they won the 2019 World Cup. So they got a bunch of these
So,
guys.
baseball came through data analytics, or baseball came through a mindset. I thought it was more of a mindset, not more
It's
about
yeah, yeah,
data.
yeah. Definitely, I think it's definitely inspired. And
Inspired.
I'll get
Okay.
to yeah, I'll get to
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got a bunch of these guys. So some of these guys are Mo Bobat, Freddie Wild. It's a bunch of analysts. They're not really former cricketers, but they're all like cricket analysts. And the way they approached the game completely changed how England played. England were actually one of the first teams to take this very aggressive approach in cricket, all the way back in 2019, and all the other countries, and now India's followed up. And once India follows up, with the talent pool that we have, it's hard for anyone else to match us. But so that was, and then fast forward to 2024. RCB again, similar story. We've never won the IPL.
Yeah.
We've struggled for so many years. We've always had like a few good players in at the top, and then if you get one of two, three of those guys out, then the whole team collapses. We go for these superstars, but like we never built the team. So the same guys, actually, the same names from the English Cricket Board, the RCB hires them, include into their setup. So they have like a small team of like analysts, coach, and what ends up happening is we start performing much, very different from before. Our whole team setup changed. The way we approach the auction itself, RCB. does a really good YouTube channel where they post inside discussions of how they approach certain
Yeah, I
players.
saw that. I saw the Dinesh Karthik one. Dinesh Karthik telling
Yeah,
pushing for Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Yeah, 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 I saw that.
yeah, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Phil Salt, and just used to watch these videos and I'd see these discussions, and I was like, wow, like like it's so impressive. And for me, it's just that I wanted to have access to the kind of things they were talking about. And in sports, like what I realized and I'm realizing now is they gatekeep a lot of like a lot of technology that these teams have access to. For like it's these tools in other industries are like very open, people can use it, but in sports they're very secretive of data. They don't like to give it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They yeah, it's very proprietary. So I think my goal for this app was I wanted the casual fan to be able to have any crazy question about what's going on and then just ask in simple words and get an answer. And
Okay.
I'm talking not just about, you can always look up online who has the most runs,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who's got the most wickets, orange caps, purple caps. But I wanted like very niche specific questions and get an answer to that. That's completely backed by data. That's not like the problem with LLMs is they hallucinate a lot, they make up stuff. So I wanted it to be completely grounded on real data, database. So that was my initial goal
So,
for this.
so the thing you asked me, so can you give me an example of the question that you're talking about? What kind of a question that like you think the people are missing? I know, like you said, the most common one is the runs, the number of
Yeah,
centuries, scores. What
yeah,
is what is the type of question that you were expecting the users to ask to your app, though? Can you give me an
yeah,
example?
100%. So the inspiration, the video, what really made me build this first was there was a discussion that they were having about Phil Salt, where it's a very niche statistic that someone brought up, where it was like, I think once every 3 or 4 overs, Phil Salt goes for above 16 runs. He
Okay.
scores above 16 runs. And that's the kind of thing that, you can't really find anywhere. Someone has to really dig through the stats. You need a bunch of analysts to like do all of these models and like, bring up these things to these guys. Spreadsheets, a lot of spreadsheets. So that's, I want someone to be able to ask questions like that. And another example, like I've used this, I think I'm the primary user of this app that I've developed, even
Obvious.
though we've got a good number of users now. One question that comes to my mind is Devdutt Padikkal he plays for RCB, and this season he's also a lot more. He's been known to be a more traditional player. Takes his time. This season, I think after like halfway through the season, everyone started saying, "Is it just me or is he scoring the boundary of his first ball every
Yes.
game?" Almost something like that. So I just wanted to know what his like. I wanted to compare like his first two ball strike rate in all the seasons before and the last 25, 26 seasons, and to see how, if there's any differences. So there are questions like that that I want to be able
Oh,
to
okay.
ask the app.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
just
like, see,
very.
like, I think like every team has a philosophy, right? I was reading about CSK, one of the Stephen Fleming's interview, where they said in one season, Shivam Dubé,
Mhm.
his role is to simply hit. He is not supposed to play a defensive stroke. That was
Yeah,
one of the things. You cannot play a defense. Your job is to
yeah,
score. That's it. Forget about
yeah.
defense. If you play defense, you are in trouble. That was to me.
Okay.
It's an amazing thing that because like me, like growing up back in the day, defense was the primary thing, right?
Yeah,
You cannot play the ball in the air, play in the ground, all
yeah.
the now it's
Find the
completely
gaps. Yeah,
switched now. That's amazing
yeah,
for me to yeah. So
yeah.
so the data analytics. So you are
Hmm.
telling me with the data, the Bobat and all those guys, with their help, you're telling RCB pick the right team and the right
Yeah.
formations, which will
Hmm.
help them to win the game. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
100%. I think, and I think more teams are gonna. They've already obviously every team has does this now. But in terms of matchups, entry points, these are all discussions that teams are having a lot more nowadays. Like entry points is another interesting concept where like you decide who to send. There's obviously a batting order, and you can obviously trust that batting order. But sometimes, even if you lost, a couple of wickets early, you don't send. I'll give you an example of Rajat Patidar. He's a spin hitter. That's his role. He's amazing. Once he comes to hit spin, like he hits sixes for fun. So let's say RCB loses a couple quick wickets in a power play, and it's like over five, and he comes two down. Sometimes they don't send Rajat Patidar. because they want to send they know his role, which is in the middle overs, in the 10, 11, when things usually slow down, spin comes into play. That's his strength. That's where he makes a difference. So then they send a Krunal Pandya, who's a lower order batsman, just to, like, steady the
By
ship.
the time, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, by the time, and then so they can introduce Rajat Patidar when they intend to do that. So it's just like teams are having these discussions now, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah,
Um,
interesting. So, what do you think about impact sub rule? Do you like it as a fan, or I don't like it? But what about you?
yeah, I don't like it. I don't think the players like it.
Yeah, no, yeah. You cannot play with 12 players though. It should be a
Yeah,
playing 11, not playing 12. So
yeah,
I think that's what they were doing. I remember one game in the very early in the tournament, RCB lost a lot of wickets, and they had
mhm.
to bring Venkatesh Iyer.
First
They're like,
innings
yeah,
itself, they
but
have to
yeah,
make a
yeah, he
change.
scored
Yeah,
some runs, and then they won the game. So
yeah,
teams are using the impact sub in a way to see how the game is going. Right? If they
yeah,
score well, they bring in a bowler. If they score bad, they bring in a batsman. All those
yeah.
combinations. And I don't know if you remember one of the game like Delhi Capitals, the South African player, the left-hander was supposed to go in. Then the
Uh-huh.
coach comes running down Badani. He's asking him to stop.
Okay.
And then he sent Tristan Stubbs ahead of him because he's a righty. And the guy playing
Yeah.
there is a lefty. Like they want to keep the left-right combination going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
So again, so many different things though. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like impact players and the flat pitches, that's you're going overboard. Like
No, I was really
uh
upset with the 264 game though, when Delhi Capitals scored 264, Punjab Kings
yeah.
chased it in 19 overs.
Yep.
264 was the winning score like in a 50-over game. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think we won our 2011 World Cup chasing
Yeah,
something similar. Yeah.
274, right? 274
Yeah.
people. This is ridiculous. You can't be
Yeah.
winning. Then there's no. Then like, why have bowlers then? Why have
Yeah.
this play?
I honestly think it's less to do with the flat pitches and more with the impact player rule, because now the guys at the top know there's an extra
Yeah,
batsman
exactly,
down. So
exactly.
which is why they go like a lot more risk free. Because flat pitches have always been there, right? Like
No,
even
flat
back in
pitch
the
always
day.
been there, but I think, like I said, the mindset, the mentality. Now,
Yeah,
previously, the player would be afraid to lose his spot if he doesn't score runs. Now,
yeah,
that thing has been taken out of the game now.
right.
Your job is to hit. If you fail, it's fine. Same with like
Yeah,
Suryavanshi, right?
yeah,
They have told him like a very beginning, you are playing 14 matches. Don't worry about it.
hmm,
Just go and play a game.
yeah,
That's it. So
yeah,
that's a big thing too. Yeah.
hmm,
So, can your app analyze like Suryavanshi's game and then tell us what makes him so special? I mean, people are trying to analyze his game actually, but nobody still
yeah,
hasn't figured him out. Yeah,
yeah. I think so. Right now, what you can do is you can ask specific questions
specific
about
questions.
his performances. Um, we actually okay. So if you were following the season, there was a lot of big talk about this Google AI mode that
Yeah, yeah, I saw
they
that.
would keep pitching
Yeah,
in during the games,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, and in that, you can obviously you can. That's one of some of the common questions they would ask, like, "Oh, how has why is this the game changer moment? How has Vaibhav Suryavanshi impacted the game?" The thing is, the way Google AI mode works, and if you have anyone with the basic understanding of LLMs, knows that essentially it's just scraping through a bunch of websites, a bunch of URLs. Sometimes it's just Instagram posts that are used as sources, and it's coming up with a very vague
Vague answer.
answer. It's coming up with a very vague answer. Like if you ask how has Suryavanshi impacted the game, it's gonna say, "Oh, his fearless approach at the top gives him quick starts." But like, if you're a casual fan, I guess you're happy with that. For me, maybe that is something that we will also add moving on, depending on what how the users feel. But right now, we've tried to focus it as a very data grounded, only ask a question, any question, frame it in however you want, and get an answer. And it can generate charts. It can we'll do a quick demo soon, but
Sure,
yeah, it
sure.
can generate
Yeah.
charts,
Like
visualizations.
before you go to the demo, just like walk me through about the front end and the back end and like, where are you getting the data from and all those kind of things. Basics. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of how the app works itself, it's SQL queries is the main, backbone of this app. So, but the key difference is we don't let the LLM. Um, so we have a lot of predefined queries,
Okay.
but it's not limited to that.
Okay.
And also, there's a lot of guardrails and there's a lot of rules and hints guiding the LLM into how to frame the query. Because if you have like, especially like something, this is like ball by ball data of every IPL season ever. That's, 296,000 deliveries. And that's just one table. And we have split that across many tables to, make it easier. If you're querying every single delivery, that takes a lot of time. That costs a lot of, tokens. So we want to simplify it. We want to have multiple data views. We want to have many tables. So the LLM essentially comes up with a bunch of queries. It has knowledge of what each table represents, each column. It has a lot of rules and hints that we have improved over time to generate these queries accurately. And at the end of the day, it's still an LLM. It still makes mistakes.
I think it'll
We
learn.
have just yeah, we've I think with every mistake we've improved the app. So it's got to a good place now. But even now, every now and then we find times when it's not consistent and we work on it.
So it's based on what AWS, Google, Microsoft, Copilot. What is the structure
So
behind?
yeah, I mean the model that we're using right now is simple mini GPT Mini 4
Okay.
OpenAI models. The database is it's a local database. It's a DuckDB database that's stored with the repo itself because
Okay.
it's not a huge. The database is not a very big size. So yeah, it's quick that way. It's not stored on AWS or anything as of now. The issue is those things cost a lot of
Cost
money and
money. Okay.
we have no revenue. So we're not funded. We're looking for people to fund this. But yeah, right now it's completely self-funded.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So let's go for the demo then. Just show me. So let's start with the how to get to your thing, right? How to get to that particular website, and then
Okay.
like what is the address, and then start from the basic stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So I mean, I'm already on it, but it's just simple. It's IPLLM dot
IPLLM.live.
life.
Okay.
IPLLM.life. That's the domain. And
Yeah.
we right now we've hidden behind a sign-in feature.
Okay.
So you just have to sign in with your Google account.
Yes.
But
The very first time. Yeah.
yeah, just the very first time, yes. But yeah, after that, this is the landing page.
Mm.
A bunch of filters to help you if you want to get, answers from the specific seasons, specific
So
phases of the game.
you have ball by ball data since the very first IPL game.
Yeah,
That's
very
what you
first
have.
IPL
Wow.
game.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of sources online helped us find it, open source data sets. Um, and yeah, they're especially these big companies, ESPN, CricBuzz, they do not want to give away their data.
Yeah.
Not and we were hoping to get free APIs or even paid APIs, and like it's so hard
I
to
I try
get.
to do something like that for the test matches. I mean, I will show you like after this meeting that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I keep going. Okay, so okay,
Yeah. So yeah, this is the landing page, and then you can just ask a simple
ask like
question,
any question. So yeah,
ask
just
any question.
ask some question right now. Just like whatever you just think about.
Yeah, I
Yes,
have
yeah.
a bunch of queries in mind. Let's start simple.
Okay.
Virat Kohli's strike rate over the years. That's a conversation in itself. Um, so yeah, just put in your question. It understands the question. The way it works is we have a bunch of agents that for different purposes. One is just to understand the context and then make it state the requirements that the LLM can understand easier. Then another agent takes over, structures the query, and then finally we have a writer agent
So
that just outputs it.
on the left hand side is the answer. Right hand
Yeah,
side is what is the data that's showing as it is. Okay.
yeah, it's the data. We also have charts where you can see you can select. We try to give the users more freedom, so you can generate the kind of chart you want. A line chart to see, visualize how his strike rate's gone up. We can do a bar chart. Um, yeah, the goal is to, we want to be we eventually we want people to be able to download these charts. It's still a beta feature, and post it on Instagram. Ask your own questions and post it on Instagram if you find something, if you notice something about a specific game or player. um But yeah, that's a simple question.
So let's see what it says. Strike rate showing 19 seasons from 105. Wow, 105 in 2008 till wow,
Yeah.
nice. Keeps on
His first
going.
season 105. You can really see the jump here,
Jump
especially
here.
around this mark.
Yeah.
He's always been like a 130 kind of player, which
So
was also the yeah,
now, if I want to find out as what happened, why did the jump take place, right? So
yeah.
that's a question. Why? So then, can we ask that question, or is it something like a different one, though?
So yeah, we would not be able to answer that
Yeah,
right now in its current capabilities
current cable.
because we
Okay,
have a very hard rule, which is all answers should
Mhm.
refer to the database
Database. Okay.
only. But we've actually got that a lot. So we are thinking of maybe having both, because for that answer, you would need to provide internet access, right? You would
Oh,
need the
okay.
model to script,
To
like
go
like
online.
how Google AI mode works. So I think before we bring that feature, the goal is to make sure it's very accurate all the time and it's not hallucinating. So
Yeah,
we want to make sure it's perfect before we bring something like that up.
that's nice.
Um,
Okay, so
yeah,
let's go for like some other question. Remember that you were telling me that you want to ask people, you want people to ask like very niche questions. So like, give us an
yeah.
example of like what you think that like that question would be. Something about like the Phil Salt thing that you mentioned. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can ask that Devda particle
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
question, for
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
example.
Go for it.
Let's
Go for it. Yeah.
let's see how it does.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, I would just ask Devda particles strike rate in his first two balls faced, 2022 to 2025, which is his first few seasons, versus 2026 this year, and let's see how it's been different. Um, Fingers crossed.
It's okay. Let's
It's
see.
not out. Yeah.
We can say it's caused by technical difficulties. You know, just no worries.
Yeah.
So I want to, I mean, like so far, like we're only doing a batsman, right? I want to see
Yeah.
the bowler aspect, the bowling aspect. So it says 45 innings, first 72 balls, total le total legal ball. Okay, so it removes all the other stuff too. Okay,
Mhm.
strike
This so
rate.
this is what it's
Okay, there
intended
it
to
says,
do.
yeah, it's 85 and 180. Wow, huge jump.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah. So
means he
this.
has been given clear instructions to go for it from the very first ball. That's what it means then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Can
yeah.
we do
So
the same
we
thing for Shivam Dubey as well? Because like we're really looking for like the RCB players because like you've been
let's do it. Let's do
biased.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are biased, you know. So I, I want to say
Let's do it. No, for sure.
the
Maybe
same
over
thing,
the
same thing,
years.
same thing. I want to see what
Same.
happens. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
same thing. I want to see what happens.
All right.
Yeah. I know like you are an RCB guy, but there are other players too, Darshan. Okay.
No. 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 I know. Okay. There we go.
It's not
Um.
that bad though. It's not that bad. He's doing the same thing though. So he's been doing
Yeah.
the same thing again and again with his mind.
But I think this season Shivam Dubey was playing a little slow at the start, right? No, in
Mm.
the IPL at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the World Cup, he was
He
amazing.
was pretty
He had a
good. He was
really good
pretty good
World Cup.
actually. He was pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I'm more than Shivan Dubey. I was more impressed with Tilak Verma in the World Cup though. He was amazing.
He
He
was
had a
good. He was
specific
good.
role. He just came and did every game. He did his role amazingly. Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
So
I
now,
have yes.
sorry, let's do the same thing, but with the from the bowling point of view, right?
Okay.
Do you have like any queries
Let's
for the bowlers?
um we can do matchups. That's something I've played
Okay,
around a lot
so
with.
then how
We
do
can
we ask the
see
question? So you want to see if can we ask like who's the toughest matchup for Virat Kohli or stuff like that or no?
we can if you frame it like that,
Okay,
it's gonna present a lot, but we can
okay,
go more specific. Let's see
okay,
which bowler has got Kohli out the most
okay,
times here.
sure, yeah.
Which bowler has
So,
got Kohli out the most times?
okay,
And then we can go into averages and which bowler does Kohli have the least strike rate against. We can do all of
oh,
that
okay.
as well.
We can do all those things. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Sandeep Sharma has got him out seven
Indian guy,
times.
not bad. Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Which bowler does Kohli have the lowest strike rate against? And let's put a minimum balls face because Otherwise, it's just a guy he's only played one ball
Yeah,
and scored
one
zero
boy. Okay.
runs. It's like,
Say
yeah,
like
minimum ball,
at least the 2 overs. At least 2 overs, right? At least 2 overs. 12, 12
2 overs.
balls.
Okay,
Yeah, 12 balls then.
12
Okay.
balls. Yeah, I was gonna go like 100 balls or something, so we can really
100.
see who he's
Okay. I mean,
struggling.
100.
Maybe 50.
No, if you put 100, then it's gonna eliminate a lot of the other players, right? Because not
True.
many players would be like, yeah, let's keep it 12 actually. Let's see 12. I
Okay,
want to see, yeah.
let's see.
And then like we get like a lot of bowlers.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Shane Warne, you go all the way
Wow,
back,
way back. Okay.
way back,
Yeah, which is true. Which is
2008.
true though. It makes sense. Which is true. So then if
Yeah,
you, but he only plays like 28 balls. Now if you go with your
yeah,
50, then he'll go away. I understand. I understand.
yeah. And then I think you can see who's really struggled against if you go for like a 50 or 100
Yeah,
over the years.
over the years.
Um, I've heard like in one of his interviews, he said he hates playing Sunil Narine.
Swing,
So
yeah, maybe,
let's
yeah, that's there.
let's see if that's up there. You can also generate top fives. It does not only have to be. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
there we
Sunil,
go.
Sunil Narine, yeah.
There we go. So 4 dismissals. He's only
I
scored
forgot
149.
there is an England leg spinner, but he does not play in the IPL. I forgot his name. He used to get him
Is
out in
it
like, like
Adil Rashid? I think
yeah. He used to get him out in
Adil
all
Rashid.
the one dayers and everything.
Yeah, he used to get him bowled as well. I
Lot
remember.
of times, lot of times. Yes, that's there.
Yeah. So yeah, this
So
is a quick demo.
let's do the other way around. Let's do like
Yeah.
Ravichandran Ashwin. Let's do against which batter does Ashwin have the best strike rate, right? Same thing.
Yes. Against which
Batter
batter
does Ashwin
Ashwin have
have the
the
best strike
best
rate?
bowling strike rate? Right.
Yeah, bowling strike rate. Yeah. Oh, you had to be specific, but okay. Let's see.
It should be. I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
just ensuring. Yeah. Have the best bowling strike rate. Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe
Oh, I just put against
it's
twice.
okay. It's okay. You're just putting guardrails between the front and the back.
Yeah. No, I mean it's pretty good at understanding the queries. It's spelling mistakes, none of that really matters. You can
No, I
like,
understand. Yeah, this is
yeah.
pretty good though. I think if we know like what we want to ask, I have so
Hmm.
many questions when I'm watching the game. I have so many questions. Look at like Daniel, what the best one? It says
This
against
is what
Ashwin.
happens when you don't put minimum
Bowling, yeah.
balls. Yeah.
Bowling, see, it says bowling, yeah.
Yeah. So we can do a
See, I think
minimum
it's
ball.
doing the other way around. It is looking at Ashwin as a batter, not as a bowler, right?
Best strike rate.
Because it says Daniel
Um,
Vettori has the best strike rate against
yeah.
Ashwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe it got confused. We can try this again. Against which, let's see,
Batsman,
player
player,
does Ashwin have the best bowling strike rate against? And we can put a minimum balls,
50.
not
Yeah.
50, maybe like 20.
Okay.
Let's see how he'll do.
And we can do the same thing for fielding also, right? We can do whatever fielding and everything. So accept against batter.
There we go. So he gets Akshar Patel out
It's still
for
not
every 8.
saying against two batters. Okay, okay. Axel Patel and Kumar
Yeah.
Sangakkara. Okay. So I think
Yeah.
we can do a fielding as well, right? Who is the most better fielder? Who has the most drop catches in his career? Stuff like that, or
Yeah. So you can do catches with
yeah.
the dropped catches. That is not something we have on the database yet.
Okay.
It's very hard to get season
Like you need to have the
off
commentary
season.
also. You need to have the commentary that trade so they're dropped and not dropped and all.
Yeah, but that is something we're working on right now. We
Okay.
want to have not just drop catches, we want to have injuries, a little more, as we continue to build, our database gets bigger and bigger, and our app can do more things. That's the
So
goal.
can we
But
find out how does some player just take around Virat Kohli? Let's do like Dhoni, right?
okay.
So well, what is the most common dismissal does Dhoni have, whether it's bold, caught behind, or
Yeah, we can try that. What
yeah.
is Dhoni's most common
Yeah. I
dismissal
think like we have
type?
the most twice. So what is those?
Let's see how we'll do.
Yeah. Man, this is pretty good actually. This is really good. So you're saying it's all see, I couldn't
Mm,
get in this view, but
it fell.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um, let's try it again. So that's the thing. If it says that it's something we cannot pull from the database, we make it a point to let them know instead of hallucinating an answer. That's why this guardrail exists. But yeah, caught.
caught. Okay.
He's been out 142 times. Caught.
Caught. Okay.
I mean, he's been out 142 times and 98 times has been caught.
Caught. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. This is very nice, though. Very nice. So now you have this now.
Yeah.
So what is your plan for this going forward? So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to add like more features, or trying to get more data, or what is the a path forward for you?
Definitely both.
Mm.
More features, more data. We want to, you know, we want to have more users use it. I think marketing is such a challenge. We've tried to make Twitter posts, put it out there on Reddit. Um, but we truly believe that there's actually nothing like this that exists that
And,
we're confident about.
definitely, it's not there though. Definitely, I
Yeah,
can see that. Yeah, because I mean,
yeah,
I follow almost everybody. There is a very famous analyst. Forgot his name. A book of cricketers, art of batting, right? Okay, I think it's art of batting. Jared Kimber.
yeah,
Do you know him?
yeah.
Yeah,
I see some of his
I interviewed him
podcasts.
actually. I interviewed him for his book actually. Yeah,
Really?
I mean,
That's
it's on my channel actually. I can show you the link also. So he's a very famous
yeah,
analyst,
yeah.
and I'm going to share this video with him after we are done. Actually, I'm going to share this with him.
Wait, that would be amazing. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
follow. He makes videos with the Robin
Yeah, I know,
Uttappa.
I know, I know, I know,
Who? Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
that's
I spoke
amazing.
to him. We had like a nice 30-minute talk about Virat and Sachin and cricket and all those stuff. And
Yeah,
pretty nice. So I will do
very
it.
knowledgeable.
Very,
Yeah,
very, very knowledgeable. Yeah. So
yeah,
uh, this book, I don't know if you know this. It's called The Art of Batting. He has
yeah.
ranked the 50 top players across the time, right? So
Okay.
obviously, number one is Bradman, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
number one. Number two is
Yeah,
Sachin, right?
yeah.
Unfortunately, Virat is like I think 17 or 18 because of his
That's
the most recent form. Because of his
yeah,
last, it, he, like
yeah.
he told me, if the book was written like 4 years ago, Virat
Hmm.
would be like in a top 10. The last 2 years
Yeah,
really hurt him
yeah.
actually. Yeah. Anyway,
No, I mean, the thing is, I appreciate, a lot of different opinions, and I understand, like, especially with in terms of Test cricket, you could say that he came up short in his last few years. That
yeah.
definitely,
To me, the mode of dismissal was the one that was really worrying for me. It's not been
yeah,
people go out of form. That happens to everybody. Every
yeah,
great player has gone through out of form, but the
yeah,
mode of dismissal, same dismissal, right? Same thing.
yeah,
Except
exactly.
yeah. So anyway, so uh, okay. So now you're going to improve this, and what I want to say is the performance is really good. Though. It is coming up really, really well. I like that. I also like the right hand side. You have the charts and everything. That's also
Yeah.
pretty cool, right? So I'm going to use it more and more. I'm going to see how it works.
Yes.
And
Yep.
yeah, that's amazing, man. That's really good. I'm really glad that you just thought of this idea, though. You and your friend. So is there any like coding involved here, or no here? Any Python
As in,
code? No. Do you have to
yeah,
write
yeah,
any
yeah.
code?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we coded this whole thing from
No code.
scratch, completely. Um, yeah, it's just the actual infrastructure is nothing crazy.
Okay.
I think it's the guardrails and the rules and the prompts that we've set up, which makes it very powerful, and the
So
data access to the data that we have.
very good. So
Um,
now let me ask you this. If you get funding, so what will you
yeah,
do with that? What is your objective if you get funding, assuming somebody wants to fund you right now?
yeah,
So what is your plan like going forward with this thing? Are you going to how are you going to expand? How are you going to use the money and all those things? What's going to happen there?
yeah. I have a long answer for that,
Okay.
and I can go by points. I think the first thing is real time data.
Okay.
So this was the first time we piloted this app, which was in 2026 during the IPL season. So the way we actually got the data for every game was after the game would finish, we would quickly pull the data and update it to our database. So we tried to be very prompt with it, but the goal is real-time data pulls from
Okay.
APIs that exist. Also, the goal, I know the name of the app is IPLLM, but we want to diversify into all of cricket, more
Test match
tournaments,
also. Oh,
yeah, 100%.
so no, when you say diversify, you mean stay within the T20, but different leagues, you mean?
No, not at all. I think we want to have ODI cricket.
Oh, okay.
We want to be able to have Test cricket for sure. It needs. I mean, the goal is an all-in-one cricket analyst. It's like the way I would pitch this app is it's a pocket analyst. And that's how I have tried to use it like that.
Okay.
Based on some of the queries that I've showed you in this demo as well. When I'm watching a game, um, for example, I think there was a game where Tilak Varma this season they were chasing and he had scored a 50 and they needed some runs of the last few overs. So I just took my phone out. I went on the app and I was like, hey, how does Mumbai Indians, what is their chasing success when Tilak Varma scores 50 or higher? And it said 0%. They'd actually never won a game when Tilak Varma scored 50 or higher in the second innings.
Okay.
And that game, they won.
Oh,
So that was the
I remember
first
that game.
instance like
I
that.
remember the game. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just anytime I have a question, or like let's say I'm watching Rajasthan play and Vaibhav Suryavanshi batting and someone's come to bowl. My question is, how has Vaibhav Suryavanshi fared against this player, any bowler? And it immediately tells me wickets, average, strike rate, so I can tell if he's struggled against them traditionally, if he's done well. I mean, he's a new player, so he's done well against almost everyone so far. But yeah, that's just the goal is any question you have about an ongoing game, just take your phone and ask. Right now, all those weird statistics and answers you get is by full-time analysts who work at CricBuzz, ESPN, who work these spreadsheets, who create generate these charts, and then they post it on Instagram, and then you share it with your friends. I want you to be able to do what they do
Okay.
just by
Understood.
asking
Simple.
in simple language.
So you
Yeah.
said like this is an app version or it's only a website right now?
It's a
Web.
website. Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. So if you get funding, will you be developing an app for it, or what's your idea?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely have it as an app. Real-time data, as I said. And I won't lie, marketing would be
I
where a
understand.
lot
I
of my
understand.
money goes.
I understand.
And I want, yeah, I think I've realized this is like, even though it's production level, I feel getting it out there is harder than you think it is. Just because you make something that you're very impressed with does
Yeah.
not mean suddenly people are going to start using it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So we
I'm
would,
definitely going to promote this within my group. I have a lot of cricket friends, a lot of cousins, nephews. Everybody watches cricket, so
thank you.
I'm definitely going to promote this. And this is awesome,
Yes.
man. This is very good, though. I'm very
Yeah.
impressed with this.
No, thank
So
you so much.
awesome.
Yeah.
So what does your friend do, though? The one like who developed this with you? What does he do?
He's also a software engineer.
Okay.
He lives in Japan. He works in Japan. We both shared the responsibility of developing it.
Oh, okay.
And we continue to work on it right now. Yeah.
Nice. Like you are
Yeah. I'm
based in
sure
New
he would
York,
love
right?
to.
You are
I'm
based in
based in New York.
New
Yes.
York. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very good.
Yeah.
Sorry, like you're saying something. Yeah, I just cut you off. What you're saying?
Oh, no, I said he would also love to have conversations like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The desire for this app came because we had heated discussions about cricket all the time.
See,
And
that's what like we
yeah.
do. Me and my cousin, whenever we are on the call, we just talk about cricket
Yeah.
because we've been talking about for a long time. We have all the history, all the shared memories, heartbreaks, and everything, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, before I sign off, I know like you want to say like your favorite cricketing moment is RCB winning. It's a very easy question, easy answer. But what is your
Yeah.
heartbreak moment though? Cricket heartbreak moment.
Heartbreak moment. 2023 World Cup final has to be there.
What
Fairly
team?
recent. 23 World Cup
Three,
final when,
three World Cup. Okay,
yeah,
the three World Cup.
India
Okay, okay,
losing.
haven't about. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I stayed up all night. I was in the US as well.
Wow.
I think after the first few overs, it's just there was nothing to cheer for that game. It was such a sad. dull game.
Yeah, I didn't watch that
Com
game. I was so nervous to watch. I didn't watch it actually. But I kept
Yeah,
on texting my friends every time they win. I'll say these guys are setting us up to lose in the finals. That's what's
because
gonna
they were
happen.
so
Yeah,
dominating that
that's
whole
what. That's what.
tournament. Yeah,
Something is gonna happen. Something is gonna give. And
yeah,
yeah. Anyway, that's it. Good
yeah.
man. This is very good. I'm gonna stop the recording now. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
So yeah, let me.